Good evening, Professor. Today's presentation, I will be discussing about time management and all things related to it. Growing up, I always had an issue with time management, from lack of motivation to procrastination. I had all the excuses on why I could not accomplish a specific task in a timely manner. Even so now, I still deal with these problems on occasion. I always find myself asking, why do I do this to myself? Was it a lack of discipline, or was it just who I am and how I do things? After watching Dave Crenshaw's Time Management Fundamentals, I now have a better understanding of this issue and how my productivity problem can be broken down into three major principles: space, mind, and time. Space is the challenging principle in my professional life. I manage about 15 to 30 people, and it can be a lot to handle on top of my regularly assigned tasks. I found my workspace is chaotic with over 15 gathering points, and when you're responsible for the productivity of the team, it can be costly if you forget something you need. So, my challenge is to reduce my gathering points. First, I will stop utilizing post-it notes. My desk, my computer is covered with them, and I rarely remember to keep up with them. Next, I will get rid of my notebook, because again, I don't keep up with it, and it's difficult to remember if the action items were completed or not. Instead, I will do what I see a lot of my bosses do: print each day's meeting schedule from Outlook and write down my notes on it. This way, I can keep up with my meetings and take notes for action items. Any action items that I don't complete, I'll email to myself and throw the paper away at the end of the day. Mind is the principle I continue to struggle with when it comes to my schoolwork. I find myself in a cycle of having mind clutter when attempting to complete schoolwork, which causes me to procrastinate, which creates more mind clutter. Crenshaw states that your mind is not an approved gathering point. So in order to move my thoughts into an approved gathering point, I practice his mind clearing exercise. And I actually did it right before I started working on this presentation. It helped a lot. I was able to flow into my schoolwork and create this video. Motivation to complete schoolwork is a challenge to acquire because I am one of those people who feels that if I am not getting paid to do something that I don't particularly want to do, then I will procrastinate that task. So any additional help to assist me in schoolwork, like this mind clearing exercise, is beneficial for me. This exercise is something that I will continue to do anytime before I start schoolwork. Time is the principle that is challenging for my personal life. I have all these tasks and ideas I create for myself, and then quickly get overwhelmed with how much I want to do, that I don't end up doing any of it. I found Crenshaw's Perhaps list interesting, and gave it a try. I wrote down all my perhaps personal tasks and ideas in an approved gathering point, and just chose one to work on. I definitely felt less overwhelmed, and actually started working on this task that I chose, which was to start learning a new language. Sumimasen, Amerikajin desu. Eigo ga wakarimasu ka? Which means, excuse me, I'm American. Do you understand English? Although my Japanese is still a work in progress, I am actually working on a task that I have been wanting to do for a while, and it feels good. In conclusion, Crenshaw's broken down synopsis for time management has already had a positive impact in my life, and I plan on sharing this with everybody, including my girlfriend, because she's always late and double books on me, which really gets on my nerves. Anyways, thank you.